It is a stacked card, though, brought to you by No Limit Boxing Promotions. Ben Damon is my name, and I'll be calling the action this Wednesday night. You can see it, of course, on Main Event Television. You can access Main Event via KO or Foxtel. It all starts at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for the pay-per-view broadcast, but we have plenty of prelims and non-broadcast fights in the venue as well, if you can get to the Gold Coast Convention and Exhibition Centre to be involved in the action. We've got a number of the fighters here who are going to have a chat with us today from right through that card, and of course we'll talk to the two fighters involved in that main event, that all-important main bout on this card between the undefeated Nikita Tszyu and the undefeated Ben Mahoney. First of all, I'm going to talk to the promoter of this event, George Rose, who has joined us. And George, as always, when we come here to the Gold Coast, the sun is shining. How are you feeling about being back?
Look, it feels amazing to be back here on the Gold Coast. I absolutely love every time we come up here. It's been 3 years since we've been here, and I've definitely missed this. It's a good reminder of how fun a fight week is here on the Gold Coast. To be here at Pacific Fair today, one of the great shopping centres in the world. It's absolutely beautiful here, but the weather hasn't turned it on for us just yet. You know, the Sunshine State, it was a bit wet this morning. It was a bit cool. So I'm looking forward, the sun's coming out now. I'm looking forward to getting down on the beach, get the traps out, and the budgies on Broad Beach. So I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, can't wait for that. That's really exciting news. George,
excited for that.
Just talk to us, though, about this main event, because we know what is at stake between two fighters who are world-ranked, who are undefeated. Ben Mahoney from right here on the Gold Coast and your own Nikita Tszyu. What are you expecting in this big main event?
Yeah, look, one of the best domestic matchups you're ever going to see here in the country, and two of the best young fighters that we have here in Australia. Nikita Tszyu has been an absolute superstar ever since he came onto the scene. Loves fighting an undefeated opponent. He seems to choose the hardest possible route that he can, and that's what he's done so far in his professional career. Right now, he's got a guy in Ben Mahoney standing across from him, another undefeated opponent. He's fighting him here in his own backyard here on the Gold Coast. But one thing that we've learned from Nikita is it doesn't matter where you take him, it doesn't matter who you put him up against. He seems to deliver every time. He's the most entertaining guy that we've got here to headline here in Australian boxing. He's a scary fighter for myself, because he's a guy who puts it all on the line. He's not afraid to get hit. He's not afraid to mix it up. But every time you watch The Butcher, you see something new from him. And depending on who his opponent is, you never know what you're going to get. Against a guy like Ben Mahoney, who is undefeated, who has been in battles before, he's been in very tough fights. He's got a very extensive combat sports career. So he's experienced a hell of a lot in his time. And this is an opportunity for both of them to not only put on a great show here on Wednesday night, but to go on to huge honours on the backside of this. And Nikita Tszyu is a guy who I believe is right on the brink of global stardom. He's a guy who's got more personality than we see in most people. He's a guy that you never know what you're going to hear from him in a press conference. And I love that, and I'm also very nervous about it, because some of the things that he says, I mean, he's got more sound bites in one press conference than some people have in their entire career. So I'm nervous about what's going to happen in the next 20-odd minutes when we hear from Nikita. But the one thing about him is he's raw and he's true to himself, and that's what you'll see here today. But that's what you'll see in the ring as well. He's very raw in the ring too. And Ben Mahoney's a guy who will look to spoil this party. Nikita wants to be a world champion. Ben Mahoney's looking to spoil it.
Now, we've got a good crowd here for the press conference today, George, and plenty watching as well. Just set the stakes for us in this main event. What does it mean to the winner to prevail in a fight like this?
Now, look, they've risked their career by taking this fight. They've worked so hard to get to the point where they have now. They've taken so many tough fights. They've beaten some of the best guys that we've got here in the country. They're putting it all on the line for the chance to go on to become a world title challenger. This is a world title elimination bout. The winner will be on the brink of fighting for a world title within the next 12 months. So this is a chance for them to chase that global stardom, not only be a star here in the country, but to be a star across the world. And I think that both of them have that charisma about them. We'll see who the winner will be on Wednesday night.
Now, I'm going to ask you about some of the elements of our undercard in just a moment, but there is some pretty significant news that is breaking as we speak with regards to one of these fights, and it involves Koen Mazudia, who was meant to fight Jamal Charlo a few weeks ago. We know that did not happen on the Tim Tszyu undercard. He's fighting Sam Beck here on Wednesday night. Can you tell us about what is at stake now in that fight?
Look, this was a fight that I was already excited about. I think it's a great matchup. I think we've seen some terrific performances from Sam Beck in the past. His fight against Brock Jarvis, he looked outstanding. Kyle Mazzuti has got a hell of a fight here ahead of him, but should he get through this fight, he will fight Jamal Charlo in his next bout. So he's got a lot on the line here. It's not only that he has to win this fight against a tough opponent, but if he wins, he gets that massive fight against Jamal Charlo, an absolute global superstar, a guy that he was meant to fight only a month ago, a guy that he trained and prepared for, but unfortunately was unable to get that opportunity. We now are in the final stages of locking away that fight. The only thing standing between Kyle Mazzuti fighting Jamal Charlo is Sam Beck on Wednesday night.
There were no thoughts given to maybe pulling him out of this fight if you've got that big fight set up, presumably in the US, and not taking the risk of fighting Sam Beck?
It's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. But if I said to Cohen, hey, do you want to go and sit on the sideline? He'd say, hell no, because I know that he puts in the work and he loves to fight. And he can fight. He's been in some of the most entertaining fights that we've seen here in Australian boxing. Kyle Mazzuti is an absolute star. And to get that opportunity to go on and fight against Jamal Charlo, I know that he's got even more hunger in him in this fight, but it's also a big opportunity for Sam Beck because now there's a huge spotlight on their fight, and for him to upset that party, there's a real chance that it can happen.
Well, this is an exciting fight as well. Your co-main event between Callum Peters, the undefeated star on the rise, and the world-ranked Blake Wells. That's a cracking co-main event to this card. George, what are you expecting there?
Yeah, look, two of the most likeable guys in Australian boxing, and what we've seen from Blake Wells over recent fights is he's fought himself into a global ranking. He's taken on some very tough opponents, some huge wins, some huge international wins in his previous fights, and he's put himself into that global ranking stakes now. And Callum Peters is a guy on the rise. He's a guy that we keep talking about how much of a star and how much of a big future he has in this sport. We've got two of the most likeable guys in Australian boxing fighting each other, but they know everything is on the line in this fight too because you've got one guy risking his global ranking and another guy risking his tagged future superstar status. They're very interesting guys though, you know, like last night at the face-off, the first words that they said to each other was, "You have beautiful eyes." It's not what I expected when you've got two of Australia's best boxers coming up against each other, and they're both commenting on the beautiful eyes that each of them have. But I know that when it comes to it on Wednesday night, you know, they've got to do something about that. They've got to do something about that because
I was lost.
They've both worked hard to be in the position that they're in, and I know neither of them want to lose that. And we've seen from Blake Wells how he performs when he's under pressure and when he's in against a tough fighter. Callum Peters is on the brink of becoming not only Australia's but the world's most thrown punches in 2026. This guy's output is phenomenal, and he's been in so many fights this year, and he's still got a few more up his sleeve. So he's on track to have thrown the most punches in global boxing this year.
Best place to watch the action, of course, is on Main Event Television. But George, you can give us a bit of a preview as well for the rest of this card, some bits and pieces that you like if you would like, but also tell us about the tickets.
Yeah, look, tickets are still on sale. Gold Coast Convention Centre, the best place to watch fights here in the Gold Coast. We put on some tremendous shows here, and like we've shown all year, we've delivered some fantastic cards all year, and it hasn't just been the headlines we've delivered, it's been our undercards where we've seen some of the greatest fights that you'll see in Australian boxing, and the undercard that we've put together here is going to deliver just to that same standard as well. I've got really high expectations on what you're going to see on this card. A lot of these names you've already known, you've already seen. You're going to see another great performance from every one of them because I want to keep this trend going. We've been putting together some of the best cards all year long. I want that to keep going here in the Gold Coast on Wednesday night, and I'm expecting big performances from every one of these guys on the card. And they've all got huge opportunities. They've got tough fights, but they're people that you need to watch, because these are the stars, not only of next year, but the coming years coming ahead of us too. So these guys are the guys that you'll be watching in the coming years. They'll be headlining fights here. They'll be headlining fights all across Australia. So tune in early, because it's going to be a very exciting fight night.
It's amazing to fight here on the Gold Coast. It's where I was born and raised. It's where my friends, my family, all my supporters are. My family, my beautiful daughter over there, to be able to sleep in our own bed the morning of the fight, it means the most, and I know I'm going to have a massive rally here.
Have they made a mistake by bringing this to your backyard? You seem so comfortable, you're relaxed. You just came around the corner from your house to this event here today. You'll do the same on fight night. Is that a mistake, do you think, from No Limit and from Team Tszyu?
I think that's the narrative they want to make. This is against Nikita Tszyu on a No Limit card. There's no favourites here. Yes, it's awesome, and it's a privilege to fight here, but I'm comfortable in every fight. I'll fly over somewhere else. I'll have short notice, whatever. I'm always comfortable. It's just a part of who we are here. We're on the Gold Coast. We're chill, and I'm looking forward to having a good fight.
Who do you think is the favourite in this fight? And are you leaning into the underdog tag if you position yourself there?
I think that for the mainstream media, the people that watch the boxing on main event and that sit in front of their tellies and watch the TV a lot, I think Nikita is definitely the favourite. You look at the betting odds, it says it, it's right there. But I think for the people that are in the industry, that know who I am, that have seen me come through the beginning, I think I'm the people's favourite.
And what makes you the people's favourite? Do you think it's your experience? Is it the way you conduct yourself? What makes you the people's favourite?
I think I just got the best support crew in the world. I got the Mahoney Army there, I got the best fans. Everyone's so supportive, so loving. You know, none of my fans are out there throwing shade, hating on other people like a lot of other people's fans. They're just supporting, they're loving, and they're there and they got my back.
And what is a victory in a fight like this, given we know what it is, it regards with the IBF and everything else with permutations of rankings? What does it mean to you, a fight like this, and where it could take you?
It means the most, and I'm grateful to George and the boys at No Limit. I'm grateful for the opportunity, especially here again. This is why we do this thing. We train from a young age, and we put our life on hold, and we dedicate everything to this so we can fight in opportunities like this. You know, people talk about, oh, why are these boys risking it? Why wouldn't we? This is why we started. We've got an eliminator, the chances to go on and fight for the ultimate gold. I live for this. It's nothing against Nikita, it's nothing personal, but this is my chance to go forward and complete my dream, so I'm coming.
What has convinced you that you beat Nikita Tszyu on Wednesday night? Is it your experience? Is it something you've seen in him?
We're in the wrong sport if you don't believe in yourself. I train extremely hard. I've been doing this my whole life. And, you know, we've come up together in the ranks. I was ahead of him for a long time. I was under Tim for the last 10 years. I've thrown a lot of call-outs out in the day and I've been ignored. And Nikita's come up through and he's done amazing things in the Australian scene. He's undefeated. He's 12-0, 11 knockouts. He's shown he deserves to be here and he's slipped up ahead of me. And I think right now, at the right time, we're both aligning and I'm really excited for this.
And final words to your fans and your friends and family who are here and who are watching. I'm sure here in Queensland and around the country, I'm sure you're grateful for the support, but what are they going to see from you on Wednesday night?
Just another boxing clinic. I love this, I love the box. I'm ready for whatever this fight brings. I've got 2 fists and a big heart, and I'm very grateful for all my support, my sponsors, my family, the guys here, Tasman, every single person, my wife over there that's been doing the night shifts with our bubba, she's been holding the fort, so I'm just grateful to be here. I'm very, very, very excited for this, and all the best to Nikita, and may the best man win. Thank
you so much to Ben Mahoney, who is one half of this main event that you'll see on Wednesday night. The other half is this man, the undefeated Nikita Tszyu. Nikita, so great to see you up here on the Gold Coast. I know you've seen a number of events that have taken place here, but must be a great feeling to be headlining here in a place that has such an affinity with boxing.
It's a little bit warm at the moment, not my kind of weather, but this is a city that's built for boxing. Everything just feels right around here.
You haven't got much sun in recent times, I heard you saying, but is it nice sitting out here enjoying this Gold Coast weather today, or do you want to retreat back into your room, quick smart?
I really want to be in the cold. I can't stand this heat.
You've travelled to enemy territory as well. It's Ben's hometown. He's loving it. Look, he's just styling here in the sun. It's right around the corner from his house. Do you give away any advantage by travelling away from home?
I think being away from home is my advantage. I like to separate myself from my family. It's a ritual that strengthens me. That distance from the comfortable, the distance from the love, it fuels something inside of me. it brings out a certain kind of energy that I can't have when there's a lot of love and femininity around me. So this last week, just been sitting in the hotel room in the silence. Obviously not always in silence. I'm watching some TV every now and then, but you know what I'm trying to say. And just mentally preparing myself.
You spoke about the different energy that's being brought out in you. Can you just talk about that? What are you feeling now so close to this fight that you've described as a major moment in your boxing life?
Well, we're about to step into a ring and try and punch the living hell out of each other. There's no love in this sport. This is, it's quite a crazy way to make a living, and it's a crazy thing that we even do.
And why do you win this fight against Ben Mahoney? You've been very respectful, the pair of you, throughout the build-up to this, but we're getting really close now, and I'm sure you're thinking about what this means and how you win. How is it that you beat Ben Mahoney in this all-important fight?
With my hands? What else? I'm not going to headbutt him. I have to punch him. It's a very simple sport. Hit and don't get hit.
And you're better at that than him?
Nah, I'm not. That's why I'm fighting him, because I'm not better than him.
But you're confident, Nikita, that you
I'm not
win this
confident.
fight? You're not?
No, I'm not confident.
Okay.
Come on. We're about to fight each other. Like we're not taking these fights because we think that we're going to lose. We're taking these fights because we believe in ourselves.
And to your fans who are here believing in you and watching around the world, what do they see from you on Wednesday night?
They're going to see some boxing. Don't overthink it.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Nikita Tszyu and Ben Mahoney. They're your main event fighters. You'll see all the action, of course, this Wednesday night live on Main Event. Thanks for your company here on the Gold Coast today. We'll see you tomorrow at the weigh-in. I'm Ben Damon, and I'll see you at the fights.